Hi everyone, it's Miss Hillary from the Delaware Public Library, and we're going to be reading some stories and singing some songs. This one's going to look a little bit different than the other videos that I've done because we're going to do a baby time. I know that some of you guys are stuck at home with your infants and toddlers, so I just wanted to do some baby time songs. That way we can get something for everybody, not just for our older kids. So we are going to start out, we are going to sing Humpty Dumpty. So what's going to happen is Humpty Dumpty, he's going to sit on the wall and you can sway back and forth with baby in your lap. And then Humpty Dumpty is going to have a great fall and you can tip baby forward, you can tip baby to the side. And while that seems a little bit scary in theory, they have a lot of fun being tipped over. And then when it's time for all the king's horses and all the king's men, we're going to bounce our legs and do a little bit of a bounce. All right, are you guys ready to do Humpty Dumpty? Here we go. All right, sway. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Get ready to bounce. Then all the king's horses and all the king's men could have put Humpty back together again. All the king's horses and all the king's men, they could have put Humpty back together again. Good job, we're gonna do it again.
Let's do it again.
Do big sways. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Get ready to bounce.
Then
All the king's horses and all the king's men could have put Humpty back together again. All the king's horses and all the king's men, they could have put Humpty back together again. Good job. We're going to do it one more time. Get ready to sway. All right. Big gentle sways. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Great job, get ready to
Then
bounce.
all the king's
Horses and all the king's men could have put Humpty back together again. All the king's horses and all the king's men, they could have put Humpty back together again. Oh, good job, everyone.
poor Humpty.
Good job. And if your older kids want to do that song with you, they can sway back and forth while standing, and then they can fall to the ground when Humpty falls, and then they can get up and jump. And that's another really good song for even your older kids to do. They have a lot of fun. All right, so the book that we're going to read today is Polar Bear, What Do You Hear? By Bill Martin Jr. and illustrated by Eric Carle. Yay! Polar Bear, what do you hear? I hear a lion roaring in my ear. Roar. Ask your baby to roar with you. Roar. Good job. Lion, what do you hear? I hear a hippopotamus snorting in my ear. Hippopotamus, what do you hear? I hear a flamingo fluting in my ear. Whoa, look at that pretty flamingo. And what color is that? That's right, it's pink. Flamingo, what do you hear? I hear a zebra braying in my ear. Zebra, what do you hear? I hear a boa constrictor hissing in my ear. Good job. Boa constrictor, what do you hear? I hear an elephant trumpeting in my ear. Elephant, what do you hear? I hear a leopard snarling in my ear. Leopard, what do you hear? I hear a peacock yelping in my ear. Peacock, peacock, what do you hear? I hear a walrus bellowing in my ear. Look at that pink walrus. Oh my goodness. Walrus, walrus, what do you hear? I hear a zookeeper whistling in my ear. Zookeeper, zookeeper, what do you hear? I hear children. Growling like a polar bear, roaring like a lion, snorting like a hippopotamus, fluting like a flamingo, braying like a zebra, hissing like a boa constrictor, trumpeting like an elephant, snarling like a peacock, no, snarling like a leopard, yelping like a peacock, and bellowing like a walrus. That's what I hear. Look at all the fun masks the kids are wearing. Whoa. The end. Good job, everyone. Now, parents, as you read books to your infants, to your younger toddlers, something really good that you can do is point out something that they know what it is on every picture. You can ask them to find the polar bear's eye and have them point to his eye. Or you can ask them to find the lion's tail and they can point to his tail. It's just a really good way to help your kids identify what different parts of animal bodies are. Like, can you find the flamingo's beak? And just let them point, and if they are too young to point themselves, you can always take their hand and point for them. It's just a really fun way to make the book more interactive. All right, guys, we've got one more song, Let's see if I can find it. Ooh, we're gonna do bicycle. Now, we're gonna go a little bit slower and then it's gonna go faster each time. Are you ready? So bounce really slow. First I ride my bicycle very slowly. Ba 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 ba, bicycle riding. Go a little bit faster. Bicycle a little bit faster. Ba 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 ba, bicycle riding faster. Bicycle even faster. Ba 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 ba, bicycle riding. Then I ride my bicycle. Ba ba ba, bicycle really 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 fast. Oh, good job, everyone. That song goes a little bit longer, but it's a little too long to read for this story time. That's also a good song. It's from the Laurie Berkner Band. And that's also another song that it's fun to do with older kids because they can walk in place, they can run in place, and that's a good way to get out some energy too. So, I hope you enjoyed today's little mini baby time, and whoop, I'll see you next time. Bye!